NFL draft is around the corner, and we seem to always look at the big name players from the big name schools, the Alabamas, the Ohio States of the world. So today, me and Max thought it would be fun to look at the last 5 years in the NFL draft and look at all the D2 players taken and how their NFL journeys have been going. We're going to have stories of guys who have just been going through it and going from practice squad to practice squad, from one guy who had a tragic, sad story of the night he got drafted. He also got shot and lost his best friend. All of this is to come in this video, so stay tuned, kick back, and let's get going.
All right, first up, from Wingate University, he was drafted in the 2023 draft, round 7, pick 220. He was a late round draft pick guy. This guy's name, Ethan Evans. He's a punter. So during his time at Wingate, he was probably the greatest all-time specialist at Wingate University. He was a starting punter all 4 years there. Also, as a senior, he started doing the kickoff and extra point duties. So he's a kicker too. And all that success and that longevity at the prestigious Wingate University earned him a 7th round selection to the Los Angeles Rams. He did make the 53-man team, and he was even named the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week this year during his rookie season. This also makes him the second highest Division II punter drafted ever. And he's had a solid rookie season under his belt, and hopefully Ethan's on track to have a lengthy NFL career.
The next guy on our list is Joshua Williams, who was drafted in 2022 in the 4th round with the 135th pick by the Kansas City Chiefs. Joshua Williams has had an amazing NFL career for a D2 player to think of, like a 4th round pick. He's done great. He's been a rotational corner for the Chiefs. He's won 2 Super Bowls. A lot of people say it's Patrick Mahomes, but it might be Josh Williams. The guy has never lost a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes has. So just throwing that one out there. Williams caught his first interception in Week 7 against the 49ers, a familiar opponent if you watched the Super Bowl this last weekend. And he also got a big pick against Joe Burrow to help seal the win that would get the Chiefs to advance to the Super Bowl, where they'd go on to beat the Eagles. So he's had a really good early career, and looks like he's going to be a great rotational corner for years to come.
We have Gregory Jr. He's a cornerback from Wichita Baptist. He was a round 6 pick at 197 in the 2022 NFL draft. So Gregory, he had a pretty decent career at Wichita Baptist before he got drafted by the Jaguars in 2022. In fact, Gregory is the only player to ever be drafted from Wichita Baptist. However, his time in the NFL has been rocky at best, as he was initially placed on the practice squad his rookie year. Then it would take him until the end of the year to finally be promoted to the active roster. Now, this past season, he would make the team, but he has been placed on IR after the very first game. So the future is still in question for Gregory Jr. Hopefully we can see yet another solid Division II cornerback win Super Bowls in the NFL.
The next guy on our list is out of Northwestern Missouri, the 2022 6th round pick with the 200th selection is Sam Roberts. Sam Roberts is a standout defensive end at Northwestern Missouri and won the Cliff Harris Award in 2021, given to the nation's best D2 defensive player. So he has been a stud from day one. The following year, he was drafted to the Patriots, where he saw limited action and has been relegated as a backup / special teams player. Limited playing time and health issues have kept Sam from being the former standout he was in college, as his professional stat total is just a few tackles. Hopefully he can figure it out in the future, but he's sticking around, which is always a good thing. Sticking with the 2022 draft, we have a 7th round pick selection 244, and that's going to be Christian Matthew. Christian played for a few different schools in his college career before he finally settled on Valdosta State. During his time there, he would be fairly productive, as his senior season he finished tied for 5th in pass breakups for the whole country. In 2022, he would be drafted to the Cardinals in the 7th round. The following year, he would be released from the organization and signed to the practice squad of the Chicago Bears. His fate would continue, as he would be released from that organization as well. However, maybe his luck can finally turn around, as just a few days ago he was signed by the Baltimore Ravens.
Now, in the 2021 NFL draft, in the 5th round at pick 168, Zach Davidson, a tight end from Central Missouri, was taken. Now, Zach is considered to be the most interesting dual threat in Central Missouri history. Zach started his college career as a punter before finding a secondary role as the second string tight end. Eventually, Zach would go on to receive MAIA first team honors at both the punter and tight end spot. This would lead Zach to find himself drafted by the Vikings in the 5th round of the 2021 draft. However, Zach would not be on the 53-man roster after training camp, but he would spend time on the practice squad. Following year, he would be released from the Vikings, but got picked up by the Buffalo Bills, where he would be placed on IR with a knee injury. Hopefully here in the future, we can see Zach Davidson bust out some dual threat action. I think this could be a great opportunity for a team to save a roster spot. If he could be a serviceable second string tight end and punter, what more do you need?
In the 2021 draft, in the 7th round with the 252nd selection, Chris Garrett would be drafted and end up playing for the Rams his rookie year. That would be about as good as it goes for him on the NFL. He would win a Super Bowl, but he's still kicking around. He's still looking for opportunities. He's using the UFL and playing for the BattleHawks currently on their roster, so we'll see how he does in this upcoming spring league season. And my fun fact about him is he has the D2 record for most career forced fumbles with 15. So hopefully our boy Chris gets an opportunity to shine in the UFL and can be back in the NFL soon and try to get a second Super Bowl ring.
We have talked about a couple of late draft picks, but now we're going to talk about somebody who went in the 2nd round. Kyle Duggar in the 2020 NFL draft was picked round 2, pick 37. He is a safety out of Lenore Run. Kyle was a college standout, obviously. Came off of his redshirt freshman year. He was a cornerback and then switched to safety. Had a couple of injuries in college, but bounced around, and when he was healthy, made an impact. Made an impact so much that he was asked to be participated in the 2020 Senior Bowl. And we have another Cliff Harris Award winner, the award given to the best defensive Division II player in the country. Scouts praised Duggar for his speed on the field, projecting him at either safety, cornerback, or a returner in the NFL. Obviously, the Patriots took him in the 2nd round. He is the first player chosen in that draft who played outside of Division I FBS. As a rookie, Duggar had an immediate impact. He appeared in 14 games and even started 7 of them. Had 12 total tackles 1 week. Ever since then, it's been about the same. He's been a solid player for the Patriots, and I'm going to say that he should have a pretty lengthy NFL career to come.
Later in the 2020 draft, in the 7th round with the 253rd selection, Kyle Hinton would be selected, the center out of Washburn, as a standout offensive lineman for the Fighting Ichabods of Washburn University. Kyle received multiple accolades, including first-team All-American honors from D2Football.com. The crowning achievement of his college career would be in the form of a thick 6 he caught in a season finale against Nebraska Kinnery. I don't care. It's D2, but you can look it up. I might have butchered it, but whatever. He got the thick 6. He scored the touchdown. His athleticism would allow him to be drafted in the 7th round of the 2020 NFL draft by the Vikings, and he wouldn't make the 53-man roster, instead finding himself on the practice squad, where he would stay for his rookie season. The following year would be more for the same for the former Ichabod, as he would be placed on the practice squad again. Currently, Kyle has found himself on the Atlanta Falcons, where he has found some playing time with a good footing with the Falcons. Hopefully, Kyle can find a long career with the Dirty Birds.
Next year in the 2019 NFL Draft, in the 3rd round at pick 91, Trey Pipkins, an offensive tackle out of Sioux Falls, was selected. Now, Trey was a legend at Sioux Falls, being named to multiple D2 All-American lists and leading the Cougars to multiple postseason berths. Trey would parlay this into a combine invite where he became the first player from the NSIC to showcase his skills at the combine. In fact, he showed out enough at the combine to earn a 3rd-round draft pick from the LA Chargers. The success he found at Sioux Falls seems to have followed him to the NFL, as by the end of the 2nd season, Trey found himself being named the starting right tackle. Trey would also see a 3-year contract extension and continues to play for the Chargers.
Continue on with the 2019 draft, we have a 5th-round selection, the 164th pick overall, and that's going to be our boy E.J. Speed, the best name on the list. He has 212 career tackles in the NFL, but my favorite thing about him is he was recruited to actually play quarterback, but was converted to wide receiver before then moving to linebacker after his redshirt season. So the dude is definitely an athlete who can play multiple positions. He also was forced to redshirt again the next season due to injury at Tarleton State. And then in his final season of playing time, Speed finished 3rd on the team with 68 tackles, including 13 for a loss, with 6 sacks and a Division II high 5 forced fumbles, and was named 2nd team All-Lone Star Conference. He only played in 5 games due to injury his junior year, so he's had a lot of injuries, but he's found a way to be successful and get drafted in the NFL.
All right, next up, we have Corey Ballantyne, corner from Washburn University, home of the Fighting Ichabods. He was taken 2019 draft, round 6, pick 180. Cory Stark, to Ichabod immortality, was not a good one, as he contemplated quitting the team after his freshman season. However, Cory stuck with it and found a solid footing as the team's standout cornerback and kick returner. The Cliff Harris Award would find its way to Cory's hands at the end of his senior season, and all this success would land Cory into a round 6 selection in the 2019 draft by the New York Giants. Cory would celebrate with his teammates that very night, where the pair were unfortunately involved in a shooting that killed his teammate and wounded himself. Cory did not get to attend any minicamp during his rookie preseason. Instead, he showed up fresh for training camp, and he saw regular action his rookie year, and halfway through his sophomore year, he would find himself on the other side of the Meadowlands parking lot with the New York Jets, a team he would play for just until the end of that season. The following year, he would sign with the Packers and would bounce from practice squad to regular roster a couple times during the season. Cory is still signed with the Packers, and hopefully the Jamaican-born Ichabod can find solid footing in the frozen tundra. All right, now, 1 round later in the 2019 NFL Draft, we saw another Division II cat being drafted. Steven Denmark, a cornerback from Valdosta State, was picked 238, round 7. Now, Steven initially started his college career as a wideout before starting as a cornerback in just his senior year, where he did find success. Bears would take note and use a late 7th round pick on him in 2019. He never found regular playing time with the Bears and would be waived from the team. Denmark would later sign with the Browns. However, the story would be the same. Cory would also have stints with both the Packers and Steelers to a similar outcome. And at the end of the 2021 season, Cory would leave the NFL to take his talents abroad to the Canadian Football League and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. However, the bright lights of domestic ball would be too much to ignore as Steven took his talents to the XFL, seeing action with both the San Antonio Brahmas and the Houston Roughnecks. However, as of June 2023, Steven was released by the Roughnecks and is seemingly out of football.
That concludes the last 5 years of D2 to guys getting drafted. I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more content like this, leave a like, subscribe, and leave comments down below. Until next time, peace.